Hello everybody. Hello quý vị. Quý vị khỏe không? It is time for Money Mondays. If you're watching from the United States, let me see a 1. If you're watching from Vietnam, already we got Seal Beach, California. What do you mean 2? 2 is for Vietnam, Jim. 2 is for Vietnam, Jim. You forgot. 2 if you're from Vietnam. Good morning, Vietnam. 3 if you're Canadian, you're watching from Canada. So tonight, that's right, Jim. Thank you very much. Tonight we've got hello Thư. We've got we're gonna marry 2 topics I love talking about: wealth and health. Hello, Vincent. Got Vincent from Alabama. We've got Anne. We got my buddy Jen Lee. Có Quyên nè, với là Vân nè. Hi everybody. Of course, Dennis is in the house. Dennis is in the house. And we got Tuấn Bùi. Rồi trời. Hello Anne. Hoa đẹp quá. Oh, did you see my flowers back here? Hôm nay mình đi không có chị đi ăn lunch, nhưng mà mình đi massage nữa. Oh, I needed it. And then cô nói là mấy bữa nay cô hơi buồn nên she want to get together. Dễ thương quá. And then she brought us these flowers. Beautiful. Just beautiful. She made me happy. Long Beach in the house. Okay. All right, quý vị ơi. Hôm nay mình sẽ nói về sức khỏe của tài chính. And then that's all I know. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh. I think that might be the first time I've ever sneezed live on air. Sức khỏe của tài chính của mình, và how do you say the other thing? So, how healthy is your wealth and how wealthy is your health? I made that up, by the way. I made it up. Bless me. Thanks, Anne. Có ai dịch ra tiếng Việt cho nghe cho nó hay không? Hả? So, how healthy is your wealth and how wealthy is your health? Thì quý vị cũng nghe right? Tiếng Việt mình có câu là sức khỏe là vàng, phải không? Right? So there's like you nothing more important than good health. Nothing more important than good health. And so, did you guys know? Of course you knew. Of course you knew that health and wealth go together. Health and wealth, they go together because it doesn't matter how much money you have. If you do not have the health to enjoy it, it is worthless. Right? So I would probably say health is more important. But sometimes to be able to stay healthy, you need money. And let's say if you are not healthy, but you want to get healthy, that requires money. And then let's say when you are just not healthy, something happens, you need money. So they kind of go together. Stephen nói sao? My health is wealthy. My health is wealthy. Very good. That's excellent. A lot of people don't realize it until something happens. Phải không? Nhiều lúc là mình, nhất là mấy người trẻ, like when you're young, like you don't take anything seriously and you take all the things really for granted. Tiếng Việt for granted là sao ha? Không phải là coi thường. Or maybe it's coi thường. Where mình khỏe nhưng mà mình không biết là mình đang cầm cái đó là rất là cái đó là mình đang rất là giàu có đó, mà mình không biết. Rồi đùng cái bị bệnh, khi đó mình mới biết. So, Stephen, congratulations. Hello, Kimmy Doe. No money, no honey, says Dennis. Well, that might be true. That might be true. And you better be healthy too. You can't enjoy your honey without it. All right, right. Có ai đây nữa? Sơn Hoàng. Hello, Sơn Hoàng. And Mr. Emoji. Whoa, look at all those emojis. Look at Nathaniel. Okay. So let's take a look at this. Okay. First of all, everybody get into that serious broadcaster voice and read this as if you were on TV. Actually, this is the wrong one, but yeah, no, this is the wrong one. But this information should not be taken as specific investment or tax advice. Okay, so the information that I give is very general and it's for educational purposes only. Obviously, I am not a doctor. Okay, I am not a tax attorney or I can't do your taxes for you. I can help you with your finances, but everyone is different. So anyone who's giving you advice, like actual advice, should not be doing that unless they're meeting with you because everyone's different. Hello, Helen. No healthy and no money. Như vậy là mình vừa là không có sức khỏe mà không có tiền luôn. Thôi chết. Wow. That's a really bad situation. So like if you are poor and unhealthy, bad situation. But Sung is right. No health. Oh, hi, Phát Ngô. No health is no money. Yep. Okay, so I want you to take a look at something. Okay. For you who are a little bit older, I'm sure that you would agree with this, right? So we spend our lives working to build wealth, but what if we don't have the health to enjoy it? Okay, so you're going to work for how long? Mình đi làm mấy chục năm. So then what? So that you can retire. But then what if you're not healthy enough to enjoy that time? Did you know that 80% of adults 65 and over have at least one chronic health condition? Okay, that's according to the National Council on Aging. Hello, Nina. And chị Minh Châu from Virginia. Okay, so 80% of adults 65 and over have at least one chronic health condition. But guess what? There are plenty of people not yet 65 who also have a chronic condition. So our society is actually getting unhealthy, okay? And to care for us, it's going to cost more. So the cost of medical care is going up. The cost of everything is going up. So you're going to need more money. But what if, there is no what if. It's not what if. It is, you have the power to prevent not having enough money, to prevent a lot of the chronic illnesses. Như vậy là mình có mình có khả năng, okay? Mình có khả năng để sau này mình có đủ tiền và đủ sức khỏe luôn. Yeah, we can. Some people cannot. Some people, it's hereditary. If you have a history of cancer in your family, some people, no matter how healthy of a lifestyle they live, cannot escape it. But for most of us and for most conditions, you do have that power. You do have that power. Okay? Okie dokie. So let's take a look. Let's take a look here. The harsh reality of retirement in today's market. Today's market. This is very important. It's not like it used to be. Inflation is eating away at our savings. Okay? Inflation averaging 3.5 to 4% annually over the last 3 years. This is why when people tell me, one, they're leaving money at home, hoặc là they're leaving it in a checking account or a little savings account. Why? Why? Right? You have to look at inflation. Your money is losing value. Not enough to make it. You've got to grow it. And look how much it's changed. So a retirement that needed $1 million in 2020. We're not going back 1960. I'm talking about $1 million in 2020 now needs 1.16 million in 2025 just to maintain the same purchasing power. What does that mean? It means your money is losing value. You are going to have to work harder. You are going to have to work more. So the money that you have now, you must do something else with it to grow it. Okay? Market volatility is real. Of course it's real. As you know, from 2022 to 2024, markets were up and down with global conflict. We had tech crashes, of course, inflation fears. The S&P 500 lost 19.4% in 2022, but then rebounded. Okay? I am a big fan of the market. I am not like your typical insurance agent who nice soul stock market. I can't stand agents like that. Okay? Agents like that are salespeople. And I'm not a salesperson. I'm a big fan of the market. I'm also a very big fan of knowledge. And so you must have knowledge. So anyone who says, just do this, you'll be fine, is lying to you. Okay? So when I talk about an IUL, that is just part of the picture. And why I like it and why I will compare it to like the S&P 500 and being in the stock market is because you have zero loss due to that 0% floor. And that's important in times like these right now. Okay? Everything is long-term. When you're investing, you should be investing for long-term. When we're talking about insurance, it has to be long-term. If you're one of those people, 3-4 years, you quit, you shouldn't be getting it. You're losing money. It's all going to go to fees. Okay? You don't know what you're doing. It's just like stocks. No one can time it. So to be jumping in and out, to be thinking that you can do quick, rich thing, no. Okay? So then I ask you, how confident are you that your 401k won't suffer a 20% loss the year you retire? I ask that because it has happened. I ask that because I know people who could not retire because the year they decided to retire, they lost a lot of money. So how confident are you? Okay? You can't say you're very confident. You know why? Unless you've got someone on your side, unless you have a financial advisor who has done a very good job for you in a diversified portfolio where when a crash happens, you're not going to lose 20, 30, sometimes 40%. And the reason why you can't confidently say it is because no one knows what's going to happen. Right? But you will know that if you have an index product with a 0% floor, you do know that you cannot lose because the market crashed. That you do know. Okay, so that's very powerful. Okay? The health perspective. Time is not on our side. Time is not on your side. It's not on my side. It's not on your side. It's on nobody's side. Time is working against us. So you must do something to make the most of the time that you have left. Everyone's getting older. Every day that you put off important decisions is a lost opportunity. When we're talking about long-term investing, you miss out. Let's say on your whole lifetime, you're going to invest. All you have to do is miss out on 10, count them, 10 of the best days in the market, and you could severely affect your assets. Okay? So time is not on our side. But when we're talking about health, it is even more of an uphill battle. 1 in 2 Americans over 60, okay, develop heart disease or cancer. 1 in 2. You guys, if you didn't know, that's 50%. Một trong 2 người nha, một trong 2 người ở nước Mỹ nè, một trong 2 người 60 tuổi trở lên, một sẽ là bị heart disease hoặc là ung thư. Over 70% of people 65 and above will need long-term care at some point. Long-term care là sao? Long-term care là well, I mean, you know what it is in English. Long-term care là mình cần cái sự chăm sóc dài hạn á. Does that sound right? Okay. 70%. That means là no matter how good of care you take of yourself, most of us end up needing long-term care at some point. Are you prepared for that? Do you have any idea how that's going to affect your finances? Because if you wait, it's going to be too late. By the age of 65, many people no longer qualify for preferred life insurance rates. By the way, I'm very happy to say both my husband and I got super preferred. I just got a new policy 2 months ago. Super preferred. Knocking on wood. Well, it doesn't matter now. I mean, of course, I want to stay healthy. Nhưng mà I already locked in my rates. Super preferred is the top. You can't get any better than that. Okay? I'm 55. You've got to get it while you're young and healthy. Best time to get it. And because, one, you're not getting any younger, and most of us aren't getting any healthier, the time is yesterday. Như vậy là mình phải lo bây giờ. Okay? You cannot wait. Cognitive decline. I know people whose loved ones have suffered. We have friends. We see it. It's no longer just numbers that you read. Okay? Alzheimer's affects 1 in 9 Americans age 65 and above. Financial decision-making abilities decline 10 years before dementia diagnosis. This is according to the University of Michigan. Read that again. Financial decision-making abilities decline 10 years before dementia diagnosis. 10 years. Okay, so that is huge. You cannot wait because you're not going to know. Right? Nên mình nên làm bây giờ. I mean, read that again. Ai mà dịch cái đó được á ha. Như vậy là cái sự mà để mình mình đưa ra những cái quyết định về tài chính á, là nó I can't do it. Decline 10 years before dementia diagnosis. Like, do you guys know anything? Do you know anything 10 years before it happens? No, you don't. No. So the best time to get coverage is before health problems show up. And most people wait too long. Most people wait too long. Tại sao? When you're healthy, you think it's no big deal. Okay? Everyone does this. Okay? Mình đang ok, mình nghĩ mình chưa có cần thiết quá nên mình không có lo. That's a mistake. Okay. You've heard me talk about it a lot. Here's just a simple overview of what an IUL is. So it's Index Universal Life, IUL. It is permanent life insurance. That means not term. There are still people who are very confused about what term means. Term means it will expire. That means if you don't expire before your policy, you've got nothing. Okay, mình mà mua term, mình không mất trước khi cái term nó expire, kể như là mình mất tất cả luôn, không còn gì hết. It is worthless. There's no cash value. It is only worth something if you die within the term. Okay, that's term insurance. It is not permanent. So permanent means there's going to be a payout. As long as you've paid correctly, it's going to cover you until you die. Okay, you don't have to die by a certain time. Cái đó kêu là permanent life insurance. And it enjoys tax advantage growth. Như vậy, that means the money inside it grows tax deferred. Okay, tax deferred. You're not going to be paying taxes on the gains. And if you take it out correctly, you're not going to pay taxes taking it out either. And so that cash value grows based on a stock market index like the S&P 500. Okay, but it never loses value because of market downturn. That means in the last couple of weeks, when everyone is freaking out about their finances, everyone's freaking about their 401k and wherever else they've got their money's tied to the market, people with IULs didn't see that. They're not freaking out. In fact, they're happy and glad that, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I already have this in place. Okay? An IUL offers flexibility in premiums and death benefit. What does that mean? That means unlike whole life insurance, and by the way, the marketing, whoever did whole life insurance marketing is genius. Cái chữ whole life, nhiều người họ nghĩ, cái whole life là cái này là nó bao mình suốt đời. Nhưng mà thực sự đó chỉ là cái tên của cái sản phẩm. Như vậy mình có term. Term là, ok, mình mua 10 năm, 25 năm, 30 năm. You buy a term, you have to die within that term to get a payout. Mình phải mất trong cái thời gian đó, nó mới pay mình. Đó kêu là term. Whole life là một cái sản phẩm nha. Cũng giống như là universal life cũng là một cái tên của cái sản phẩm. Nhưng mà bên whole life á, it is the most expensive kind of life insurance you can buy. So when you do whole life, you set it, you cannot change it. If you say you're going to pay $300 a month and it's going to be $100,000 death benefit, it's not going to change. You can't say, I can only pay $200 now. Okay? And you can't move. You can't move cái death benefit. You can't say, now I want 150. Now I want 200,000. Now I only want 50,000. You can't do that. But with a universal, it's flexible. Nên maybe now I can pay 500, but maybe 4 months from now, I can only pay 200. Or next year, I got a raise. So next year, I'm going to put 1,000. Flexible. And, maybe I have $1 million, but maybe 2 years from now, I said, no, I don't need $1 million now. Now I need 750. It's flexible. You can change it. Okay? Why an IUL works in this market and works very well in this market. Zero market loss due to a 0% floor with upside potential. Như vậy là khi thị trường lên, mình lên với thị trường. Nhưng khi thị trường sụp, mình không có bị mất tiền vì thị trường nó sụp. They cannot go in there and take your money. You're not going to see the value go down because the market went down. Okay? Now, depending on the index, very often there's a cap. Okay, so a floor is, here's my floor. I can't go under. Floor is 0. I can't get negative anything. Sometimes there's a cap or a ceiling, which means, okay, you have a cap of 12%. Market could go up 30, doesn't matter. You're just going to get 12. But you also have that 0% floor. Right? And with the markets, the way it's been, people are very happy. for that protection. Okay. Rồi. And then you got tax-free retirement income. So you've got your principal protection. Cái tiền vốn của mình nè. You're going to protect it. You're not going to lose it. And you're going to make money inside your policy. And then when you take that money out, oh, I'm going to retire. I need to buy my kid a car. I need to take a trip around the world. Whatever you want to do is your business because it's your money. They don't care how old you are. They don't care why you need the money. If it's in there, you can take it out tax-free. This only works if it is structured properly. Okay. How do I know if mine is structured properly? Well, hopefully your agent knows what they're doing. Hopefully when you talk to your agent, you are honest about your income. You are honest about your expenses. You are honest about your needs. Okay. Let me give you an example of how it is not done right. Here's how it's not done right. Nè, Hằng dễ thương nè. Okay, Hằng. What did she say? You analyze so clearly, easy to understand. Well, thank you. So let's say Hằng muốn một cái IUL. And she heard all of these benefits, a death benefit, sickness protection in case she gets sick and needs money, tax-free retirement income. She loves it. And so she goes to one agent and they said, here, let me sell you one. Okay. And they give her what she thinks is a great deal. She gets a $500,000 policy and she only pays $300 a month. She could go to another agent. They can work with the same insurance carrier. So you've got same client, same insurance carrier. The only thing that's different are two different agents. Okay. Another agent, the other agent structures it differently. They tell her she's got to pay $1,000 a month. Oh. So nếu mà Hằng không có biết, if Hằng doesn't know the business, and most people don't, she might want to go with the agent who gives her a low monthly premium. However, her goal has not changed. Her goal is still to get money out tax-free. Her goal is to make money and to take it out tax-free. If she makes the mistake of letting the one agent sell her a policy where she's only paying $300 a month versus the other agent who says, Hằng, em phải đóng là 1.000 đồng tháng nha. The outcome will be completely different, quý vị ơi. Completely different. So if you don't do it right, this one here where you only put $300 a month, when you pay $300, they take from that fees, cost of insurance, cái phí này, phí kia, nha. Why? Because you have $500,000 coverage. That's a lot of money. And then after they take out all the fees, you have what? A little bit right here. Okay, we're going to put that into your cash value. The other agent explains it to Hằng and says, if you do $1,000 a month for 10 years and then stop paying after 10 years and then just watch your money grow. And if Hằng actually listens to that, then what happens? She puts $1,000 in, cost of insurance is still coming out. However, because she paid max, she paid so much, cái tiền extra nó vào cái cash value account. And that extra is what you're earning your interest on. So she can have the same death benefit, the same company, but on one policy, she will have retirement money, and on the other, she may not. Why? It's because one is structured for it and the other one wasn't. So if you are cái nào rẻ mình mua nè. Oh, I want the cheapest. I want the cheapest. That's what you're going to get. Okay? Now, nothing wrong with buying a policy where it's $500,000 and you're just pay $300 a month. But you have to know you're not going to be making the cash. So if your goal is to get cash, you got to do it right. Okay? The agent may be gone by the time you need anything. So that's why you must choose your agent very, very wisely. Okay, cái người agent là cái người mà có thể làm hư hỏng hết luôn. Hoặc là sau này quý vị sẽ là thành công cũng nhờ cái người agent. Họ structure cho đúng, họ giải thích cho mình biết. Okay, so that's how it could go bad. That's how it could go wrong. Bad is wrong. Well, okay. Who is this? Lucas and Phương. She's talking about the facts. Yes, this is true. Hello, Đức. Hello, Đức. Cho chị gửi lời thăm gia đình ha. And who is this? In self-awareness, biết thương mình. A good agent needs to help clients understand the products, and a good agent needs to understand clients' needs thoroughly and be honest with the clients. Yes, indeed. I want you to work on my team. I want you to work on my team. Man, I wish all agents believed this. And I wish all agents worked like this. Because they don't all do. And unfortunately, rất là nhiều người không làm việc theo cách đó nha. Không làm việc theo cái cách mà cái gì mà lợi nhất cho khách hàng và phải là theo cái nhu cầu của khách hàng. Yep. So, okay. Rồi, let's go back. I forgot what we're talking about. Yes, so that's that. Remember that when you take money out, yes, it's called a loan. You are borrowing money from your policy, and it's tax-free if structured correctly. Some people don't realize this. When you take money out, okay, there are many ways to do it. One is a withdrawal, two is a loan, then there's a standard loan, and then there's a participating loan. It's not đơn giản đâu quý vị ơi. Okay? Mà tùy theo cái cách mình lấy ra là sau này cứ còn cần đóng thuế hay không cũng là ảnh hưởng đến cái đó nha. Right? Okay. Of course, you got the living benefits. Living benefits là chẳng hạn như nếu mà quý vị bị bệnh, mình có tiền bệnh trong này. Okay? Như vậy là cái này không phải là tiền tử thôi. Okay? Death benefit only, that's old school, man. Nếu mà you mua cái life insurance cách đây mấy chục năm hoặc là mười mấy năm mà không có fix anything. Okay, that's old school. You must die. Now, there are living benefits. Mình xài tiền tử khi mình đang sống. Như vậy là nó sẽ, mình có thể là, nó lợi cho mình khi mình đang sống luôn. Chứ không phải là mình mua bảo hiểm nhân thọ là để tiền lại cho gia đình thôi. That's not it. Okay, and then there's legacy planning. Pass on tax-free wealth, no probate. That is so, so important. Okay, khi mà mình để lại gì cho con cháu đó, mình phải làm cách nào để nó không bị thuế. Chứ bây giờ quý vị cứ là tôi mua nhà để này để kia lại cho con cháu, chưa có tính đến thuế má. Nhiều người khi sau họ mất là họ tạo ra những cái mà thật sự là nó tốn kém hơn cho con cháu. Tại vì họ không có biết lo về estate nha. Oh, I've got to tell you something because I just talked to someone about this. So important. When I do policies for my clients, người Việt mình có cái là họ rất là thương con nên cái gì cũng cho con hết. Cái gì cũng là just my kids, my kids. Mặc dù họ có vợ có chồng, nhưng mà họ muốn cái tiền tử là nó về con. Tại vì họ nghĩ như vậy nè, thì bà vợ bà nghĩ là "Thì ông xã ông á tự đi làm được mà ông có đâu cần tiền tôi đâu, nên tôi mà mất, tôi muốn để cái tiền này lại cho con." It makes sense. Be very, very careful. I always tell them, no, mình nên là để lại cho người vợ hoặc người chồng 100%. Rồi nếu mà người đó không còn nữa mới về con mình. Okay? So, last week, I talked to someone who needed my help. She rất là tội, ông xã mất cách đây mấy tháng, thì ông ấy làm cho một hãng lớn và he có life insurance through work. Okay? Not a lot of money nhưng mà something. And he put the kids as a beneficiary. Nhưng mà the kids are minors. So he bought life insurance through work. He passed away just a few months ago. Wife cannot access the money. Wife must now put out money to prove and fight the insurance company to prove she is the guardian of her own kids. Now it's going to take a long time. Now it's going to take money. Quý vị thấy không? Những cái này mình phải biết nha. Nếu quý vị có bảo hiểm nhân thọ, phải cho người vợ hoặc người chồng hoặc là người khác, người lớn là 100%. Rồi nếu mà khi mình mất, người đó không còn, khi đó tiền nó mới về cho con. Còn bây giờ cái câu này bây giờ là không có là xài đến cái tiền đó được. Bây giờ là phải là đi theo cái đường luật để fight, để xài được cái tiền đó. Okay? That's important. Okie dokie. Rồi. So real life scenario, wealth versus health. John, who's 55, wants to retire at 67. At the age of 65, he's diagnosed with early Parkinson's disease. He cannot travel. He can't enjoy hobbies. And now he is burning through his savings. Had he placed $500 a month into an IUL at the age of 45, his projected cash value at the age of 67 would have been over $250,000. Okay? Which means he's got available tax-free income and living benefits because now he is sick. He didn't know he was going to get sick. Okay? It's not about dying, it's about how well you can live. Cái người này nói sao? That case is the same as mine. Which one? The one where someone died and left the money to the kids and now you can't access it? That happens a lot. You do not want to get into that situation. It is a long court battle. Nên nếu mà mình có con thì mình nên cho cái người primary beneficiary là người lớn. Yeah. Save you a lot of time and trouble. I hate hearing it. Oh yeah, your kids are under 18. Yep. Bây giờ là phải là bỏ tiền túi ra để hire một người luật sư để là fight với hãng bảo hiểm nha. Okay. All right. Okay, so here are sometimes people, they object to this. And maybe because they heard something or whatever. And here are my answers to it. Okay. So some people just want to invest in a 401k. Okay. I have to point out to them that most people are putting all of their money in a traditional 401k, fully taxable, and there's no protection, no life insurance. So in a 401k, when the market takes a dive, so does the value. And if you should die, there's no life insurance, there's no protection, there's no extra money, there's no tax-free money. Okay. Someone said if the kids are over 18, is it fine to put them as primary? Yes, absolutely. Yep. Some people say, I'm healthy now. I don't need this. Yes. Because why? Because people who have heart attacks and strokes never know it's coming. People who get diagnosed with cancer never know it's coming. People who have accidents and die never know it's coming. You do not wait for a fire to buy fire insurance. You do not wait to crash your car before you buy insurance for your car. Okay? You do not wait until you're unhealthy to do this. And then some people say, I heard IULs are expensive. Well, not if designed properly. No, it isn't. And I would talk to, when I talk to clients, I go through the expenses and the charges to show them, is it worth it? Let's take a look at the numbers. It's just math. Okay? Now remember that you're buying benefits that you can use while you're alive. Như vậy là nếu mà mình làm cho đúng thì mình phải nhìn lại cái hợp đồng, mình sẽ thấy là thì dĩ nhiên nếu mà mình mất sớm thì người nhà sẽ lợi, là tại vì cái tiền mình đóng vào nó ít mà cái tiền tử nó cao. Nhưng mà mình sống lâu thì mình sẽ lợi. Okay, so if you die early, of course it's worth it. You didn't pay very much and the death benefit's very high and your family makes out pretty well. But if you live long, the money that you put into it, you compare it with the money you can take out, you compare it with all your benefits, yes, it's worth it. Is it expensive? I'll show you the math. Most people say, oh my God, I wish I knew about this, right? Just math, guys. Yeah, look at it. So take a look at this. And I know that some people have more money, and so we have to take a look at median, okay? So this is the average retirement account balance in the United States. And this was from 2023. It's the latest data that we have. Okay, this is the average retirement account balance. What does that mean? It means that's what they have during that time period of their life. Okay, so once they reach 75 and above, it's low because they've been using money. Now I want you to take a look at this. The cost of long-term care. Okay, this is just from 2024. A private room in a nursing home, $9,000 a month. By the way, I think these are low, and it's because they're looking at a national average. So, you know, obviously there are cities and states where it's not expensive. I know people who have family members in nursing homes, and $9,000 a month is not going to cover it. Assisted living facility, $60,000 a year. In-home health aid, $70,000 a year for 44 hours a week. And these costs are rising 3 to 5% annually, outpacing inflation. It is getting more expensive to keep ourselves healthy. And if you think that you're okay without having any protection, that money that you've worked so hard for to save, it is going to go out the window faster than you can imagine. Okay? Because these costs are incredible. And most people don't even look at it until they get sick. Okay? Bottom line. Average retiree has between 140 to 230 saved. But only 2 to 3 years in long-term care can wipe out those savings entirely. People go bankrupt. Kids have to sell their homes to help pay for their parents' medical costs. Khi đó mình mới là trở thành gánh nặng cho con cháu. Because you did not plan ahead. Very, very important. Okay. There is my information, my phone number, but I would rather have you email me if you have any questions, okay? The other thing, oh, I didn't bring any here. The other thing, because we're talking about health, I want to share with you something. Nếu mà quý vị chưa nghe, chưa biết, I don't have the final yet, but Junsei Japan is actually doing very well with amazing results. So I want to, No, they're not this. I want to show you this right here. Whoops. Okay. Cái mà bên tay trái, the 714 number, I just got this before coming on here. So I haven't shared it anywhere else. Thì cái chị này, chị nói là hi Leyna, chị là her name, là mẹ của người bạn của Leyna. Chị muốn gửi lời cảm ơn đến em về lọ thuốc hả? Ủa, chưa bao giờ nghe cái chữ lọ. Nighttime rejuvenation, it saved my life, I love it. Và chị này cũng nói là chị bị mất ngủ cả tháng nay, phải dùng thuốc ngủ mới ngủ được vài tiếng thôi. Nhưng chị sợ là phải lệ thuộc vào thuốc, như vậy là bị ghiền, phải không? Sometimes mình đọc á, mình chỉ biết là cái meaning, mình đọc được cái meaning thôi. Nhưng mà nếu mà nói từng chữ á, then I don't know it. May sao có lọ thuốc, chưa bao giờ nghe. Chị mừng quá, it works. Okay, là she just bắt đầu á. So she just tried it. And then over here, again, she just tried it for the first time. Here's the result after just one night using Junse nighttime. I still woke up one time, but it was back to sleep faster. Như vậy là những người mà họ đã try đó là họ ngủ nhanh hơn. Mấy người mà trước ngủ không được, bây giờ ngủ được. And then là khi mà họ thức ban đêm, nhiều lúc mình thức dậy mình đi tiểu or whatever, là họ fall back asleep faster. Nhưng mà cái này là ngạc nhiên nè. She says, however, it magically helped my other issues. So after the COVID years, I don't know why, but my body hurt so badly. My doctor said I have arthritis and there are no medicines for that. I've been doing yoga, physical therapy, massages to maintain my pains. They're talking about her neck, her back, and her right knee. And she said she got up without pain, almost 90%. And so she's been using the day pills too. Okay? Now, rồi, happy Saturday, chị. You saved my life, chị ơi. Today I woke up with no pain. Như vậy là 100%. Already have energy for a day before taking any cup of coffee. This is amazing medicine. It's not medicine nha. Cái này là herbal, completely natural supplement, chứ không phải là thuốc. The main mushrooms that extracted for night and day pills have a lot of benefits. Anyway, so she's going on and on. I don't think you can imagine how happy I am now. I was thinking negatively before about what I suffered before, but now all my positive mood came back. Ngàn lời cảm ơn chị. Oh my God, I love hearing this. My husband didn't believe in Eastern medicine before. So since his stomach hurts a year ago, I talked him into using turmeric. Now he believes in Eastern medicine. I just talked to him about what I'm taking, and he wants to try it. And then she wants her mom to try it. So she wants 4 more. Okay? And then nếu mà quý vị muốn coi những cái review này đó, on Facebook, you can just look up Junse Japan. And then, look, here's Phát Ngô nè. Nếu mà quý vị coi my live stream, you know that Phát is like my first student, my first English student. Chỉ sau một đêm sử dụng sản phẩm Nighttime Rejuvenation, mình đã cảm nhận được hiệu quả rõ. Không chỉ rõ mà rõ rệt. Giấc ngủ sâu hơn. Tinh thần sảng khoái. Ủa? Sảng khoái là sao? Tràn đầy năng lượng sau khi thức dậy. Như vậy là energy when you wake up. Và không còn cảm giác mệt mỏi. Mình thật sự rất biết ơn chị Leyna đã mang đến cho cộng đồng một sản phẩm tuyệt vời. So, I am so happy that it is working well for people. Và cái này là that's what you need, Dennis. You've got to take care of your health. Và tốt nhất là nếu mà mình làm một cách mà nó natural. Okay? Mình làm trong ngành bây giờ mình thấy ai cũng uống thuốc quá nhiều luôn. Mà cái mà rất là hại là mình bị mất ngủ mà mình không có bị anxiety, không có bị depression, nhưng đi bác sĩ để được cái toa, để được thuốc làm cho mình ngủ mà để insurance nó cover đó, khai này khai kia, nhiều lúc không khai nhưng mà người bác sĩ, too bad là cũng là người Việt nha, bỏ ra những cái diagnose để, order cái prescription medication cho depression và anxiety để người ta ngủ được. Nhưng mà khi đó mà mình đi mua bảo hiểm nhân thọ, những cái diagnosis đó rất là hại. So nếu mà mình take care cái body của mình bằng một cách mà nó natural, that's what you should be doing. And so I'm so happy for this. It's helping my parents. So như vậy là mình đã thử và mình đã work với, những người bên, Nhật để ra một cái formula mà nó rất là potent. Potent là sao? Potent là, nó mạnh là strong, nhưng mà it's very potent, right? Như vậy là cái chất nó phải tốt. Chứ bây giờ chẳng hạn như nếu mà mình nói, ăn trái cây tốt, thì trái cây nào? Rồi trái cây, let's say mình nói là, ăn trái, I don't know, trái thơm, tốt đi. Okay, nhưng mà bây giờ trái thơm từ đâu? Right? And cái cách mà what about trái thơm? Nó là cái chất gì trong cái trái thơm mà nó tốt cho mình? Và khi mà mình kiếm được cái chất trong trái thơm rồi đó, khi đó họ phải tính là, làm sao mà mình extract là sao? Làm sao mà mình kéo cái chất đó ra đó? How do you do that? Và khi đó họ phải tính là how much of it, the concentration. Chứ bây giờ nếu mà mình nói, ăn trái thơm tốt đi, cái này là ví dụ thôi nha. Nhưng mà how much of it do you need? Bây giờ mình phải ngồi mình ăn 20 trái thơm mới được cái số lượng mà nó tốt cho mình hay là sao? Quý vị thấy hông? Nó hông có đơn giản. Nhưng mà if you can do it naturally, that's what you should do. So that's what we've been doing. Mà bây giờ ba của Leyna bây giờ là khỏe hơn cách đây 1-2 năm nhiều luôn đó. Mà khi mà mình khỏe là cái mood là sao? Như vậy là you want to, you rất là enjoy life. Nó khác hả? Mình không có muốn là sống lâu để sống thôi, mình muốn là phải enjoy. Mà mình mà enjoy đó là mình phải khỏe mạnh mình mới enjoy được, phải hông? And so, Dennis, I sent you an email about it. So nếu mà ai mà muốn, information, okay, là Leyna sẽ gửi email cho quý vị, nhưng mà quý vị phải email mình trước rồi mình mới có where's my email address? Right here. Okay, there's my email, LeynaNguyen@vận may.com. And then I will send you all the information. Trong đó nó có cái ingredient list, cái product information để mình biết trong đó nó có cái gì, tại sao nó tốt. And then my website is not up yet, but when it is up, it will have actual studies and research on the ingredients. And so anyway, I'm very happy là có một số người đã là liên lạc, họ chưa có care là tại vì mình đang là sửa lại cái packaging, cái hộp, cái màu, whatever. Okay? Và họ không mind, họ nói là bây giờ nếu mà có cái supplement rồi là họ muốn thử ngay. Và rất là nhiều người đã thử và rất là thích. Và nó thật sự cái này không phải là để chữa bệnh. Nhưng mà nhiều người nói là it worked for them. Kể cả cái ông Mỹ mà 82 tuổi bữa kia là có lên livestream của Leyna đó, ông đó 82 tuổi. Ông ấy bị sleep apnea. Là quý vị biết cái đó hông? Là khi mà mình ngủ nhưng mà trong cái giấc ngủ là mình nín thở. Mà ông ấy bị nặng lắm á, là mười mấy năm rồi. Mà khi mà đi ngủ là phải CPAP machine. Okay? Mà đêm đầu tiên ông try luôn. Ông nói là it worked immediately. So great results, of course, không phải ai là cũng như vậy, right? Mỗi người là nó khác. Hồi đó Leyna try á là 2 tuần sau mình cũng chưa có biết là nó work hay không. Nhưng mà 3 tuần sau khi đó mình mới thấy. So it depends on the person. Và những người mà really có problem là mình nhìn giống như là họ thấy cái result right away luôn. Còn ai mà đã sức khỏe rồi thì có thể là họ không có notice a big change right away, nhưng mà over time they will see it. Là tại vì cái này nó rất là good cho sức khỏe mình. Okay, so anyway, okay. So if you need information, there's my email. Whether it's about your finances, your insurance, or the supplement, you can email me. Hi Leyna, chị đã mất ngủ trong nhiều năm, đã uống nhiều thuốc nhưng không hết. Cảm ơn em. Nhưng chị sẽ order thuốc đó ở đâu? Dạ, chị chắc là đang use cái account của ông xã hay sao chị Cường. Ok. Chị email cho Leyna nha. Chị email là LeynaNguyen@vận may.com, rồi Leyna sẽ gửi thông tin kể cả cái ingredient list. Mình có một cái ban ngày, một cái ban đêm. Và mình sẽ biết trong đó nó có cái gì. Và sẽ có detail làm sao mà để chị order. Và trong cái thời gian bây giờ đó là special, là tại vì đây là cái đợt trước để là mình coi lại cái hộp. Nên cái hộp nó chưa có vừa ý mình nha. Nhưng mà cái supplement, cái thuốc ở trong á, thì nó là hoàn toàn rồi. Nó là perfect rồi. So trong cái thời gian này đó thì no sales tax và no shipping. And I want to hear, I want feedback. Okay, quý vị thử rồi quý vị thấy sao? I want to know. Còn khi mà nó là thực sự là hit the market rồi đó, then you can order it online. So I'm still working on the website. Okay, everybody. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Rồi, bây giờ mình cho chút nhạc. There's my email. Quý vị cần gì á, email cho Leyna nha. And let's feed some ducks. This song is called Feeding the Ducks. Hôm nay á, tự nhiên mình thấy tưởng đó là chim, mà không phải chim, vịt. Mà nó oh my god, một bầy vịt luôn. I couldn't believe it. Thường mình đâu có thấy vịt bay mà. Đó là mình thấy nó ngoài đường nó nhiều lắm nha. Mà nó bay một chút. I've never seen so many ducks as I saw flying today. It was beautiful. Thank you for watching, everyone. It is time for a checkup. Okay? How healthy is your wealth? We've got to do something. At the very basic là mình phải protect. Mình phải grow. Và nó phải là bảo đảm. Không có mất tiền vốn được nào. Okay? And then, how wealthy is your health? Sức khỏe là vàng. How healthy are you? Chứ bây giờ mình ra, Leyna giúp quý vị ha. Mình grow cái tiền của mình đầu tư, mình được nhiều tiền, nhưng mà mình không có sức khỏe cũng như không. Như vậy là bây giờ mình làm ra tiền, mình đầu tư, mình để lại cho ai? So take care of your health too. Okay, quý vị ơi. Okay, thank you. Have a good night, everybody. Bye. Okay. Oh.